Hi there, my name's Nick. I work at Firefly Studios in London as PR manager. I'm here today to tell you that over the past couple of weeks we've been collecting community questions about Crusader 2 in the forums, on Twitter, on Facebook. You know, basically anything you guys want to know about the game that we can already tell you. You know, this is our opportunity to get to know the fans, and you know, we want to be as transparent as possible and keep you guys updated. So I hope you enjoy the video. So one question asked to us by absolutely everyone is, will Crusader 2 have a skirmish mode? Now, if we listed all the people that had asked this question, we'd be here till tomorrow. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the answer. The game will indeed feature a full skirmish mode, so that's that. Denio has asked, will there be new units? We can confirm that Crusader 2 will indeed feature new units. These include the Slave Driver, the Dervish, and the Sergeant at Arms, who's actually probably my favourite one out of the three at the moment. The most interesting thing about the new units is that they're going to have their own sort of unique abilities. Some will be passive and others will be active. These active ones will have a cooldown. So an example of a passive ability would be the Sergeant of Arms, who can give a HP boost to the troops surrounding him. That has like an area of effect ability. Then there's Dervish, who has a charge attack, a whirlwind attack that you can sort of send him into battle with that. Really, I mean, I can tell you there'll be over 10 new units, both with Crusader and Arabic units. We'll have classic ones returning like the Crusader Swordsman, but there'll also be brand new units like the Slave Driver. We're hoping to give them all a distinct flavour to really put you in the era and really differentiate between the two factions. Saif Abu Saif has asked, will the Arabic units speak Arabic in the game? This is an interesting question. We actually recorded some Arabic lines the other day, so the answer is yes. We hope that it gives the game a really authentic feel, keeps players immersed in the Crusader setting, and generally ticks all the boxes. So MK Bew has asked, will the game be in 2D or 3D? It's a pretty easy question to answer. Crusader 2 will be in 3D. It will feature, you know, a 3D world with 3D characters and units and buildings. But it will have a fixed overhead camera, and the engine will have several optimizations to it, but it definitely will be a 3D game. So Skull Hero Lord has asked, why did we go for 3D over 2D? We definitely think the love for the 2D Strongholds comes from the fact that they were so playable, and we want to do everything we can to bring across that simplicity and, you know, core gameplay into Crusader 2. So there's things like the tile-based wall construction, and there are other parts of the game that we're bringing across into the third dimension. You know, Simon Bradbury put it quite well recently when he said, we don't want to mess with a successful formula, we just want to make it, you know, make it better than before, basically, and make improvements. And, you know, we did it once with Crusader 1, so there's no reason why we can't do it again with Crusader 2. So David Spy and Fictitable have asked, how many players and AIs will be allowed in skirmish mode at once? The game will allow for up to 8 simultaneous players, you know, combinations of human and AI players. The humans and AIs can be divided into custom teams as well, so you can have maybe 2 humans and an AI against, you know, 3 AI characters, or, you know, 7 AIs against 1 human. You know, you can mix up and customize the teams however you want. This question's from Insurance Salesman. He's asking, how big of a priority is optimization and bug fixing among the team? Bug fixing is a huge priority, obviously, and one reason why we're glad to be self-publishing the game with an extended development process. This should include a lengthy sort of beta period, you know, to allow us plenty of time for polishing, tweaking, and balancing. So Lionheart Richard 1157 has asked, how will the Slave Driver unit actually work in the game? It's a pretty good question. The Slave Driver will be quite tactical in how he's used. We're really looking forward to him, but essentially he'll be defended by his group of slaves who he'll be able to command to do his bidding. He'll give them all a passive buff when they're around him. They'll cheer him on. They'll animate quite differently as well. You know, one thing to point out that each slave will be an individual unit. They won't be you won't be able to move them as a single group, but the slaves will sort of be his protectors, and you need to move them as a single unit to get the biggest benefit from the Slave Driver. So there's a question from Julian Herb asking, when can we expect to see screenshots of Stronghold Crusader 2? We can confirm you get your first in-game look at Crusader 2 at E3 in the form of both screenshots and a trailer as well. We hope you're looking forward to it. You know, everyone will get a better insight then and can get their first sort of final look at the real game. So City Builder has asked, will you be using Kickstarter to fund Crusader 2? So when the first suggestion of crowdfunding, came up, one of the first things we did was look for a European crowdfunding platform. And when a few friends suggested to us, Gambitious seemed like a perfect fit. Stronghold games have always been popular in Europe, especially in Germany, and it just seemed like a great fit. You can take the campaign beyond a month, so we liked all the aspects about that, like that. It's also pretty easy to get seen on it compared to Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and you can expect to hear more about that after E3. I'd like to say thank you to everyone for sending in their questions. We hope you enjoyed the videos. This series of videos is just a very small step towards us being open and transparent with the fans. You've got questions and we want to answer them, so thanks for sending them in. I hope you enjoyed the video and look forward to more Crusader 2 stuff coming up soon.